Hey, this is Ray, the CPA. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk to you about the CBT Limited, that's my company, the philosophy of our service, what we do here and who we do it for. So, we work with firms that have a million or more in revenue, less than 500 employees, the definition of a small business. We also work with nonprofits if they have 500,000 or more in revenues. Now, in a moment, I'm going to start to go over a graphic with you, and that graphic is what's going to help to illustrate what our philosophy of service and what we do here is. So, stay tuned, and we will be getting into that. All right. This is the overarching service statement or service graphic. This is what we do here. These three interlocked circles represent all of the things that we do to bring your organization from its present state into its ideal state. All right, the ideal state is represented by the meeting of all three circles. It's the green star with the check mark, meaning we are compliant, meaning we are achieving our strategic vision as it relates to finance. Now, every company, let's not get held up on employee or HR type titles. What I'm more concerned about is fulfilling the CFO function of your organization, and that's going to look different for every organization. But the overarching function is what I accomplish or what I bring to your organization. And what we do is we help you to know where your money is, right? It all boils down to three things. We help you to know where your money is. We help you to not miss out on opportunities. That's the red circle on top. And we help you to get your time back as an owner, as someone in the CEO function. Many times we are spinning our wheels. We are trying to wear too many hats. So what we do here at CBT Limited is we get you out of that wheel spinning, not knowing what to do stance, your present state, and we get you doing and focusing on that thing that you do. Just like the Tom Hanks movie, you fulfilling your CEO function, owning your own business, you have a thing that you want to do. You don't want to fulfill the CFO function. You want to do that thing that you do. And a lot of organizations fail, or they stress themselves out because they are trying to do something poorly. Wearing your CFO hat, that's not where your talent is. Your talent is in the philanthropy that you're passionate about, the business that you started from scratch. That's where your focus should be because that's what you're good at. I will do what I'm good at and I will fulfill that function. So let's get right into the graphic. So the green circle. Know where your money is. What kind of things do we do in that circle? We begin with a deep dive. Okay, so deep dive is you and I sitting down, getting to understand what your strategic vision is and how that relates and what you might be lacking as far as the CFO function. Next, we do an in-depth COA review. We can get into that. There'll be subsequent videos that deep dive into these things. Right now, we're just blasting through the model. Okay, your in-depth COA review will identify what kind of chart of accounts you need to operate your organization and to properly bring transparency to all of the transactions that you do. It all interlocks into each other. The circle is never complete. The green isn't where we start. It goes around and around and around. We do a financial health check, an extensive analysis of your present state, of your financial present state. Going up into our next, no missed opportunities. So this is twofold. No missed opportunities is going to make sure that we don't miss out on not having the benefit of having the CFO function, but at the same time, It means we don't miss out on opportunities to increase our revenue or get better financing. We don't miss out on that, but at the same time, it means that we do avoid producing red flags that'll make us more susceptible to audit or more susceptible to bad things financially that can happen. Not following credit audits, not having our loans recalled, not being out of compliance with local, state, federal issues related to our financial structure and how we're paying employees, how we're set up, how we're licensed. So in this circle, we accomplish this by knowing our numbers. Okay, that's the first thing. Know your numbers. Producing financials monthly to review. Comparing those to same time last year, comparing those to the previous month. We're going to know what the numbers are, meaning we're going to know how we're doing at all times so that we can make decisions. Okay, getting that information and getting that information correct is going to help you to make better decisions so we don't miss any opportunities. We're going to bulletproof our procedures. Okay, the BPP. We are going to do the ask often. We're going to get into that habit of always asking, what is the valid business purpose? How does this promote our mission? Where does this fit into the plan? Over and over and over and over again. We're going to build our muscles so that we do not ever get caught missing opportunities. Same thing when we bulletproof our procedures. We're going to make sure that if anyone needs to audit us, we are always in shape. We stay ready so we don't have to get ready. Going down to the yellow. I've seen it at many an organization. You are fulfilling a function that you're not really prepared to do, especially in nonprofits, a lot of times in small organizations, small businesses. You're doing everything. You're wearing every single hat. And what happens when you do that is, if you're not doing the thing that you do, it's a hell of a lot of work. If you're doing something that you're not passionate about, that you don't know how to do, it's demoralizing. It beats your health up, right? It takes you out of the game. It makes life very hard. I know I've had a neck surgery and a back surgery. Countless hours of overtime. And why? Because I wasn't doing what I was passionate about and I wasn't doing that thing that I do. We need to get you and your organization back to doing that thing you do. And how do we do that? We've got procedures for that too. We do the switch hats. When we do the switch hats, we have to understand who's doing who in your organization in relation to in relation to the finance side. That's what I do, but I recommend it for everything. You have to understand who's doing who, what responsibility belongs with what person, and analyze if that makes sense. You have to know who's responsible for what, and that way you know who to hold accountable. So we're going to assess who you have on your finance team. It might be no one. It might be that you as the owner are doing all the books, or it might be that your family members doing it. There's a lot of scenarios that we'll have, and we're going to work on that. We're going to get the appropriate hat on the appropriate employees, switch hats. We're also going to do a DOA. That's a designation of authority. We'll go in depth into that and what that means, but that essentially that's assigning levels in your organization so that you as the owner or you as the ED aren't having to approve every single purchase, aren't having to be in minutia that limits you from raising revenues, getting investors, preaching the preaching or proselytizing the message and mission of your organization. You need to be spending time on that. It was your passion that founded the organization or kept the organization running. Go do that thing that you do. I'll do the thing that I do, which is this. And then finally, we're going to get into the habit of the ask often. Okay? That's all part of it. So we've now gone on, and essentially this function goes over and over and over we go to make sure that we accomplish our mission, to make sure that we don't miss opportunities, to make sure that you get your time back, right? In the end, everything comes down to money, time, and health, right? Getting your time back, knowing, don't not missing out on opportunities, knowing your numbers is going to give you back your health. The demoralizing mental grind of trying to do financial or CFO function stuff and not knowing what you're doing, struggling with it all the time, it'll kill you, right? With many organizations that I've helped, what takes me 30 minutes to do because this is what I do takes other people 2 hours, 5 hours. And it's a terrible 5 hours because you really are never sure that you did the right thing, or you miss a comma, or your spreadsheet has a formula that doesn't work, or you spend a bunch of money for a system, a financial system that's supposed to solve your problems, or financial service that's supposed to solve your problems, and in the end, it doesn't. Am I ringing any bells? It's a horrible way to waste your life. Don't waste your life. Do the thing that you want to do. This is the thing that I want to do. As a CPA, as an accountant, as an auditor, this is the thing that I like. This is how I contribute to your organization. This is how I enrich um, the community, small businesses, non for profits. That's why I focus on you guys, because you need this the most. So, that is the overarching service structure. We will have content that focuses only on each of these methodologies. But for now, your friend Ray the CPA here. Glad to have this video out. I look forward to any of your questions, comments, and concerns. So in conclusion, we've got the full CBT Limited Ray the CPA philosophy of service. If you know someone that is a small business, you can call it small or medium, but that's a small business, $1 million in revenue or greater, 500,000 or less, or pardon me, 500 or less employees, or a nonprofit that has 500,000 in revenue, and they are struggling, please share this video to whomever you like. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to helping you get back to doing the thing you do, getting your time back, getting your money back, and getting your health back. All right. Take care. I will see you soon. Ray the CPA out.